I love having you on the show because you make so many great points. It's hard for me to keep up. But one of the things is, and I've tried to tell the listeners this, it's not, the election integrity issue is not about Donald Trump. It's not about an individual person. It is not. You do not want outside money coming in with these grants that is taking away the integrity of the election. And you're absolutely right. This should be a bipartisan issue because guess what? Democrats aren't going to be in power forever. Like you said, they overstep.
I agree.
And
oh my goodness, Steve, you're right.
Exactly, and it's an integrity issue. Now, even though the left would say otherwise, we want everyone who has the legal right to vote to vote. What we don't want is for someone to, and I've heard this from numerous people up here in Green Bay, where they moved from one home and got so many different ballots that they could have voted 3 times. We want these votes to be real. We want to make sure that every person who has the legal right to vote, can do that. But we want to make sure that there's integrity in these elections because it is an existential threat to our republic.
I could not agree with you more. And we're right here, it's ground zero for that in Green Bay. Because you did have this character paid for by a third-party group. Mark Zuckerberg is the main donor. We know his politics. He came into Green Bay. He was given 4 out of 5 keys to essentially Central Town. Yep. And you don't want third-party folks who are associated with a group funded by major coastal Democrat donors to have outsized authority in administering elections. The only people who are allowed to administer elections by law in the state of Wisconsin are clerks. And the thing that was creepy here is this group came in, so many groups came in and said, hey, it's a pandemic. We'll help you because, pandemic. This guy was not coming in and putting painter's tape on the floor 6 feet apart so that people had social distancing as they went to vote. This guy was not hired to come in and install plexiglass everywhere so people weren't up in each other's grills breathing on each other. This guy was trying to tell people how to cure ballots. This guy was trying to be a part of the administration of elections process. No, that's creepy. Only clerks get to do that. Want to know why? They're elected. They're actually chosen and accountable to the people. And so those folks that I had you Google before, and I'll say their names again, Dewey Strobel, Alberta Darling, Janelle Branchin, Kathy Bernier, these are the people who are authoring the legislation that will make sure that our elections have integrity, that they aren't fishy, that you can trust them. So make sure that you Google those people, read their bills. Now, some of those bills, I'll tell you right now, have not been put out there yet for co-authorship and co-sponsorship. And so you're not going to actually see those bills. But hold on to those names because the bills are coming. I'm just kind of giving you a heads up right now what to look for. Some of the bills have already come out. But be in the know. Look for those bills. And then after you've read them and determined whether you support them, call up your state rep, call up your state senator and say, hey, you want me to vote for you in the future? If you want me to vote for you in the future, you got to support these bills because I want election integrity. I do not want third-party folks coming in trying to administer elections that should only be administered by law by clerks.
Yeah. I've got Dewey Strobel, Alberta Darling, and Kathy Bernier. I missed the third one.
Sure, it's Janelle Branchin. She is out of the folks that I gave you. She's the only state rep. The others are state senators.
Okay.